We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Colin Honigman from the Attack Action Podcast. I'm back with Blake, my main man.
I'm Blake Meyer from the Non-Attack Action Podcast.
He's from the podcast that exists only in his mind. And to tap into that, we're going to use some special technology, zoom right in to the Barraging Blake cast. It's time to get Blake's opinion on a variety of topics.
Okay. And they're starting to get easier than harder, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
I haven't been actually mad since last February. So let's go, you know.
I feel like there was one we were both mad, and that was fun.
Oh.
So.
Okay, I remember that.
Let's do that. Here we go. It's Plague Hive. What happens when they pitch Plague Hive, Blake?
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna be part of this problem finally. I mean I've been playing Uzuri, blah 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 blah. What sucks is my first outside. I'm so excited about all my outsiders. I'm gonna build this deck. I'm gonna play this. Somebody in our meta, he judges these things. He's the worst because he's like 9 codex. I'm blowing up his deck list. He's literally gonna go fight in Baltimore, but it's just a pain in the ass. I'm always like only have 2 health to survive, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna roll this dice, and he puts out his disease tokens, and he goes, a 1 or 2 is blood rot, a 2 or 3 or 4 is inertia, and a 5 or a 6 is frailty. Every mother f time he rolls his die, and it'll literally go to 2, and I will block with my full hand. The blood rot comes in, and I literally gave him the kitchen sink, and he beat me exactly, like, without, like, some arrow. I was probably going to lose anyway at 2 turns from now. But, like, the 4 damage that pitching Plague Hive did twice of 2 exact rolls on Blood Rot was, like, a moment where I was like, why do I like this game? Like, I don't get it. Because, like, I do like having the options of I am the person who's going to block extra here and get this out of here. And now, if you block extra, now you can't afford the Blood Rot pox. So that's annoying now. And now we're going to have to move straight to the people in the window who think they're cooler than Blood Rot pox, you know? Those people are annoying as hell. So it's just frustrating because I'm sure if you're a dagger wielder, you're like, oh my God, I hope I don't get frailty. And then you get frailty. It's probably one of those things that are explained in science of like, oh, of course you're going to get the worst ones because those are the ones you're going to remember and all that kind of stuff. I don't care about inertia. Give me inertia every time.
I think that's what they call the Blake hypothesis.
Yeah, the confirmation bias, but negative.
The Blake paradigm.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen to Blake will happen when Plague Hive is pitched.
The other thing that happened about this card is I was going to trade my Codex Blood Rot that was $300-something for a Plague Hive and a couple of legendaries. And somebody's like, I'm sick. I can't make it. And then 2 weeks later, we traded, and he was like, oh, the value's down, so we're just going to do 1 for 1. And I was like, what? I lost $130-something of value because you were sick or didn't want to go? You could have told me, and I would have traded someone else.
Yep.
I just got to be meaner.
All right, here's a question.
Okay, here's an answer.
When Evan, who we won't name, rolls on Plague Hive, does he always do the same 1, 2, you know?
He's
1,
looking
2,
at you
3,
like,
4, 5,
okay, so 1 and 2. Yeah, it's always the same.
It's always, okay, I feel like if he was chaotic evil, he would switch it up every
1
time.
and 2 is Blood Rot, and you're just like, and whenever he does the hand to hit you after, like, good game, I'm always doing the, get that out of here.
Evan
does
have a particular way he likes to congratulate you at the end of the game where he just crushed you, and it's not fun.
No. And then he'll go.
But he won't watch this, so it's fine. Because he's out there judging. Great judge.
This card, and it's annoying the hell out of me.
Oh, all right. Here it is. The psyops are in effect. How are they affecting you?
Okay. So psyops is another word for conspiracy theory, I feel like.
Is it?
And in my mind...
I mean, there's an element of it. I'll give you that. Right. Okay, I'll let you go with this.
So where I'm going with this is basically, are there aliens in the Hoover Dam? No.
Yes.
No, there's not. But the weirdo people in Nevada that are living near Hoover Dam are like, I lost my wallet at a bar and I never got it. It must be the aliens that live in Hoover Dam. And it's like, if you tell enough people about the aliens in Hoover Dam, then people are going to be like, whoa, did you hear the story about the alien in Hoover Dam? And it's like, the people that are saying that aren't smart. They're just saying stuff long enough and getting a little bit more influence, and then people start believing that.
All right.
So now instead of Hoover Dam in Nevada, we have the best Stromae player in the Great Lakes area or whatever it is. So if the best Stromae player says something in the Great Lakes area of, no, I promise you, you put smashing good time in, and you're going to crush everyone. Or knick-knack, brick-a-brack, whatever that disaster was. I know he's not in the Great Lakes area, and he doesn't play Stromae. I don't even know that dude's name. But it is kind of like, no one is influential enough in this community to make the card market go buy cards. And if you are, go do something else in flesh and blood. Go be influential and run for Congress. Why would you use your influence to make a Majestic from Arcane Rising rise up by $4?
For money.
Make money at poker. Like, this is a hobby. There's no psyops. Psyops is like, dude,
Well, I
honestly,
think there's another term for when you do it for cards and their value. That's called market manipulation.
speculation.
Which is also
Yeah.
just unethical and morally bankrupt.
Right. And
but
it's
psyop,
allowed at Mall Street.
when you tell, well, yeah, I mean, this is late stage capitalism we're in, so get used to it. Until
Yeah.
the singularity comes and saves us from ourselves. But
And one thing that's honest is like, is there anybody who's sitting here in rural South Carolina who's like, I always pick on South Carolina, but like, does the person in South Carolina have by far the tier 0 deck of, you know what? It actually is, it's tier 0 Bolton. Here's what's new in it. Boom, 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 boom. We're not gonna hear about it. We're not gonna hear about it. They're literally gonna show up that day. Nobody knew what Kano was last year for New Jersey. Somebody showed up, blew people up. That's what's gonna happen again. There's no psyops of you got to be running Fog Down for the Bolton deck from South Carolina. It's just gonna happen to you. So there's no point in paying attention of, I need to go to every single podcast and pay for every single Patreon because maybe I'm missing something, and that's why I'm going to lose Baltimore. You're going to lose Baltimore because you didn't practice enough and you didn't draft well, and you're going to lose because you're really good in your own meta, but you've been using Talishar to practice, not other real people. And you don't have a game plan for Azalea. There's so many things wrong with your deck. Why do you think you're going to win Baltimore? Why are you even flying there? It's to have fun. It's a hobby.
that's right. And this itself was a psyops. So
Because
wrap your head around
I actually like psyops, bro. It's Barraging Blake approved. Dude, was I psyops that whole time? Okay,
that. Am I psyops? Is this psyops?
Is this psyops?
All right, so here we go. Let's go.
Who took that photo? That's
Hashtag
pretty good.
Blake was right. Blake won another skirmish.
What the heck is this? Is that
Blake is Blake
is that
being
Pontius
held up.
Pilate with Icelander's face on it? Oh,
I believe that is Atlas holding up the world.
Jesus.
That is Blake, and that is Iceland.
Oh, Icelander's
Holding
holding
you up.
me up.
Not
Thank
to
God
undermine.
we explained that for me and the audience all in one.
Not to undermine. I mean, if you're
Okay.
not versed in classical art,
Let's go previous picture if we can. I like that one a little better. We'll address this stuff that is visible in the. Okay, we can't go to the previous picture. The man in the sky is telling me. So, we can.
There you go.
So we got our perfect Reinar sign mat from Singapore for good luck.
nice.
I showed up that day. Last year I won a skirmish. I feel like everyone knows that. Blake won one.
That's right.
One.
You were tied.
I got the Spring Tidings mat. It was Icelander before she had ice cards. Like, wow, this is really good arcane from Arsenal. And we didn't even have Waning Moon yet. We're just going to stir the Aether Winds and then Spark Lightning 14. And then it was like dead. So this is Evan, the guy who lost in the finals.
He's right there. He's in both these pictures.
He's also the guy that was talking about 9 codex or whatever. So anyway, now it's Bullander, and I hated Bullander. Why did I hate Bullander? Because I love arcane only Icelander. and now it's time for
Purist.
Blitz season again. And I'm like, what am I going to do to beat those wizards? I wanted to play Reinhardt because obviously Reinhardt's first love, but it was like, everyone was like, nobody's going to be playing wizards. What are you talking about? And I was like, if y'all think that, I play wizard. And then on the Saturday before the Sunday, my skirmish was on Easter, which is why I thought this was Jesus. It was a list that was posted on Twitter, and I was like, that person won with that list. I could win with that list.
There you go.
And it was like riding a bike that I had been used to for years, and it was like everything I did with the deck last year, it got better. Waning Moon just adds 3 damage a turn. I immediately got blown up by Feiyu on Kano immediately, and I was like, Feiyu, you got to teach me this. You got to teach me this. Then I beat a Chain. I beat a Sif Bravo. The Sif Bravo was like, why are you playing Sif Bravo? I told him to play Sif Bravo. That backfired immediately when he played me. I lost to Reinhardt. Then I was like, Reinhardt, let's rematch. I lost again. I was like, bro, I don't know how I'm going to
skirmish.
because we rematched. We were just playing in between. And hi, Colin, Connor, I'm talking. You're using in the middle of the Barraging beatdown rehash. You want to say hi to Colin? Connor, you're on probation, bro.
You could have ignored it.
And so I basically taught Joel Joel taught me how to beat him, thinking, oh, well, we're not going to play again. I just need to certify play the other Reinhardt. Then we play in top 8 immediately afterwards. And I was like, Joel, it sucks to suck, dude.
You should
And
have
then
not said anything.
he goes, my health was 6 before I had my first turn.
Really?
So 18 down to, 12 damage.
15.
And
Oh, no,
I'm at 18, yeah. Icelander's
Plays that other
disadvantage. So anyway, we got through that. We got through the top 8. I beat a AB 5 dash, and then I beat Evan using the Feiyu from the first part. Every mistake I ever made, I undid the mistake. I beat the best in the field. John Zapata didn't even get top 8 in this. People that have almost won Battle Hardens didn't make top 8, but I made it to the top. And Blake, there's a lot of jig. I gotta figure this gym shit out. I made it to the top, and I get my first skirmish win of the year, April 22nd. I'll do it again. Be ready for it. It's coming. One skirmish win a year. It's one of those things that it reinvigorates your love, and then you start watching Azalea dominate arrows today, and you're like, maybe I really do got to figure out this gym shit, and I can just focus on that for a
So
bit.
could you say that all of your experience through the Swiss of that skirmish, you were just psyopsing all of your
Oh, I think that's just called learning. You know?
opponents? No.
What's the difference between experience and psyops?
Subscribe now to find out. We
Yeah.
got one more topic.
That'll be on Patreon only.
Yeah, Patreon only content. How to psyops everyone you know and be liked.
Cool. I like that.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
we have
so
one
this
more?
Is some warning content.
I don't
Not
like
warning
this.
of the content, but this is
Is this
a
the one from earlier that I
this is a PSA
saw a little bit
announcement.
of?
And just so you know,
Oh, God.
whenever you see Blake, make sure you slow down while you're walking in front.
Okay, you gotta say in my ear where you saw me be the most mad about this. Every day at Odyssey. I feel like people aren't gonna be on my side on that. I gotta figure out a fake one where they'd be on my side. I think what's frustrating. Okay, so I walk in the mall a lot. So I'm walking in the mall. It's like left and right mall. You walk on the right side because you drive on the right side. So if you're ever walking on the other side and going the wrong, that's like completely different. If we're walking on the sidewalk, like walk with purpose, I think is the main thing. There's just walk slowly isn't. It is kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, I think there's a standard pace of like, this one's, I don't know. It's like, is it 3 miles per hour or whatever? But there's just a lot of people. It's not the slow walking that's the worst. It's whenever people will literally walk to the escalator and stop in front of the escalator to have a conversation with their friend, and you can't walk around them. And I literally started talking to people. That's a new tactic I've been doing of like, you guys are in the way. And people are not taking it that well. And there's some people on TikTok that will do stuff like this. I don't know if you don't do TikTok, but like there's somebody that'll go, "Oh, do you know how to get to Taco Bell?" And you'll say,
Yeah, it's right over there.
"Oh, okay, take a little bit longer."
Oh, I think.
That's enough. And so I'm like, okay, I need to start using that tactic of, like, let's just, as people are in the way, let's just go, like, bro, get out of here. Like, I'm trying to go quicker. I don't know. If you see Blake in person, walk slowly in front of him. I think this is just a good way to get me frustrated as soon as possible. And, oh, that's what it was. At Odyssey, I was trying to go pay. At Odyssey, and it has a choke point on both sides.
Yeah.
And so you walk down the access ramp. If you have a wheelchair, go slow. You need it. Go slow. You got this. But there's somebody who's like literally, I guess it's just like, what are you doing when you're walking slow?
Just thinking, I'm pondering about stuff.
But
You know
that's
me.
like at the park. At the park, I wouldn't be mad about that. If you're in a place where there's nothing in between you and where you're going, you're not like, oh, let me read this stuff. If you're reading, you would stop.
And
I don't-
honestly, they've got all that fine artwork on the wall. That you
Bro,
can
and
check
if they
out.
were looking at any of that, that'd be fine. This is a good way to piss me off. I like walking fast. I like getting to where I need to go fast. Probably because I'm just trying to sit down and plump down again, and like it's like probably the whole like need to get better healthy stuff of maybe I would walk slow if I wasn't dying the whole time I was walking. Maybe we're learning a lot about me right now, but
Honestly, if you want to piss,
don't do
Blake
anything
off,
slow in front of
just-
me.
Just talk to him.
Because like don't even slow play in Flesh and Blood.
That's
And,
true. That'll
and
piss
like
him off.
now I swear to God, Tuesday Hearthstone new set came out. I was like, these cards look super cool. Normally I spend $80. This is the first time I spent $80 3 times a year for years. This is the first time a new set has dropped. I didn't spend the 80. I spent 15.
Oh.
And then I played 3 games, the slowest games of my life. Marvel Snap and Flesh and Blood have ruined Hearthstone for me. I can't even sit there for like literally 30 seconds. Somebody, do you have your 2-drop or not? And like, don't do anything slow in front of me. The only thing that sucks is I drive slow. So I'm the problem in driving, which most people are like, they go fast when they drive, but why are you fast when I want to go slow and you're slow when I want to go fast?
These are the questions.
This is where I don't fit into society. I don't fit into society very much.
Society hasn't made room for you.
I don't fit in this shirt, baby.
Look,
Just kidding. There's nothing.
I won't walk slow in front of you, Blake, okay?
And that's psyops. That's how you get people. You use reverse psychology. And so I'm going to do that with, oh, and by the way, don't use the deck that someone from Vegas made for Baltimore. That was a psyops. I do know about that. And that was a psyops to get you to walk fast in front of me.
Congratulations. You did it. That was Barraging Blake.
Round 6.
Always a pleasure. We're going to go to a short break. We're going into round 6, our final round of Swiss. Shaping up to be an interesting top 8 for sure. Thank you all for hanging with us all day, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Long Blake to a short break.